Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back here for another weekly wax update. So as I have done for the last few weeks now, I will talk about all of the wax that I finished and then all of the wax that was like the first time I've melted it, or some wax blends that I've never tried before, that kind of thing. So I'll do the empties first because they are here. There is quite a bit this week, including a few loaves and things like that. I guess I really haven't had any wax coming in, so I've been more focused on finishing stuff, which is good. I'm making more space. It's nice. My L3 drawers are back under control. My L3 drawers did get to the point where there was just zero. Late last year, there was like no capacity, whereas they're all looking quite normal again, which is nice. I did place one L3 order on the weekend and it was a very big one. So yeah, it was just an amazing list. So, but I haven't ordered since like October or November last year, and I don't intend to order again for quite some time. So still balances out, still buying a lot less, which is good. Okay, so I'll do the bags first maybe because this stack of bags looks like it's about to fall over. So this one, I am quite sad that I finished this, but I also did just... I was close, so I wanted to get it done. So this is from L3. This is Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Sugar Cookie, Royale, and Espresso. This is just bakery perfection. It's not a heavy coffee blend. It is definitely more bakery, but the espresso just adds this really delicious richness to the blend. It is so good. I can't get enough of this one when it melts. It is amazing. The L3 the list that I ordered from, so the list that went up on, that went for sale on like Friday or Saturday, whatever. Anyway, that list had like a huge amount of blends that I've been wanting to get repoured, like things that I know I've talked about and loved on this channel. This one wasn't there though, so this is, I think I managed to get like 90% probably of the list that of scents that I've wanted to get repoured from L3. I've managed to get like 90% of them in that release. I forget what we call them in the wax world these days. That's how little attention I've been paying. Anyway, this one wasn't on it, so this one I will probably, I'm thinking of doing a custom. I think I've got my name on the customs list, and that will come up later this year. I might pick this one up then because I just love it and I need to have more of it. But yeah, I'm very tired. It's kind of late. It's actually not super late, but we've just had the daylight savings switch over, so it kind of is late. Like it's, it's like it's 10 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock really, but it was 10 o'clock a few days ago. We also had a really big social day today. So I had lunch with my family for my dad's birthday. We went to a market and then had lunch. And then Josh had a birthday party for a friend's birthday party. And then we went to dinner at another one of his friends' places because they're going away for a few weeks overseas. So, yeah, I'm very socialed out. So if I do ramble or not make sense, that will be why. I did Super Tarts, or if I just freeze and not able to like words, not able to word good, that's also gonna happen, I think. SPC and Fresh Linen from Super Tarts. This one I didn't love. This has probably been my least favourite from the sampler. At first, when I first put it on, I was like, oh yeah, you know what, this is okay. It's kind of a slightly fruity laundry. I don't mind a fruity laundry. But I went and spent a bit of time. I had it on in the bedrooms, and I went and spent a bit of time in there, and I didn't love it. I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It was very laundry. The strawberry pancake was maybe kind of subtle. It was there, but it was kind of subtle. Yeah, it just wasn't really a thing for me. It threw very strongly. It was incredibly strong in the bedrooms, but that's not one I would get again. Just not my thing. Modern Farmhouse from Teddy Bees. So this one is Tonka and Oud, Vanilla Birch, and Egyptian Amber. I am hugely into Tonka and Oud, still am. I blended with it. I melted it this week. Coming into autumn, like Tonka and Oud is just, it's woody, but it's sexy and clean, but without being like an overtly kind of cologne-like scent. It definitely leans kind of masculine a little bit, but not overly so. So, and in this combo, just the Egyptian amber is just, I don't know. I love it. I'm probably not going to, I feel like I'm not going to describe scents very well tonight. I'm just putting that out there. So you'll probably just get from me whether I like it or not. But anyway, Modern Farmhouse, love it. Throws really well. I think I have another souffle of it, and it is one I would keep repurchasing. Like just anything with tonka and oud. Dropping things from Pumpkin Parcel. So Aussie wax vendor. This is zucchini bread and vanilla cupcake. Not bad. She does have pretty decent, the vanilla cupcake. I'm not normally a cupcake sort of fan, but her vanilla cupcake oil is one of the better ones out there. It doesn't have like a plasticky smell that some of them do. Her zucchini bread's pretty good as well. Zucchini bread is a very uncommon scent in Australia. Like, I mean, it's not really a food that we'd eat either. But like, yeah, so Pumpkin Parcel, I think, is the only vendor I know of in Australia that does zucchini bread, and it is good. This was medium, I'd say, throw. It could have been stronger. It was like a love heart piece, and I sort of pondered, I was going to cut it. It was like one of those geometric hearts, and I cut it in half, and that seemed like too much for the warmers. So I cut it into thirds and then put it into the lounge room. In hindsight, that was probably not quite enough. Pumpkin Parcel, I do find, needs a little bit extra in the warmers to what I would normally do. So probably it would have done better if I'd stuck to 2. Anyway, it was good. I don't know if I'd get it again, but it was nice. I don't think I purchased that one. I think it came as like an extra or a sample or something. Rainstorm Fresh Cut Grass and Palo Santo from L3. This one I really, really, really like. I don't love fresh cut grass normally, but with the Rainstorm and the Palo just added. I don't think the fresh cut grass comes through super strongly, actually. I feel like this is a really woody kind of Rainstorm with just a little bit of extra freshness. So I've enjoyed this one every time I melted it. It's really nice. Throws very well as well. It's quite a strong one. I reckon I would get this one again. I've enjoyed that one every single time. This labelless bag is from L3, and this was, I think it's called King Arthur. It's kind of similar to like the fuzzy socks and hoodies blend or something. Like it's got, I think it's got oak moss and amber. I think juniper, creamy vanilla maybe. I feel like there's a few blends of L3s that have similar combos in them. Can't remember the exact notes. I know it is kind of like a creamy, fresh type scent. It is nice. I do feel like it's a little bit overdone. I feel like I've had this in a few different scent combos now, especially the oak moss and amber. I feel like I've come across that a lot. That said, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, so I like it, but maybe a little bit done with it. Pretty good throw, but I don't think that one's a repurchase. Finished this. This was one of the custom doggy bags in raspberry, adipose, and zucchini bread. So I have loved this one. Although I will say I did this to replicate something else that I ordered from L3, which was raspberry whip, adipose, and zucchini bread. That combo was better. So this one, because it was raspberry, not raspberry whip, the raspberry was a touch floral. The raspberry whip is much tangier. So if I get this again, well, the list, so the restock, that's the word, restock. I don't know why, but like, because I haven't purchased from vendors for a while, in my head I was like, do they do releases? What do they do? I was at the restock. So at the restock that happened just recently, on the list there was a scent that looked like raspberry adipose zucchini bread. So I feel like maybe someone, one of you, or maybe multiple of you, I don't know. I know she poured a lot of customs, and I feel like a lot of scents that maybe this is a complete coincidence, but maybe it's not. A lot of scents I've talked about were on the list. And I just have this feeling that maybe quite a few of them were poured as customs, which is super exciting for me. One, because I have a feeling that, maybe people are listening to some of the stuff I talk about. But it was also awesome because it meant that I could get stuff that I had requested, but stuff that I really wanted re-poured was all there for me to purchase. So, but that said, this one, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to get, because I thought I saw the raspberry whip adipose zucchini bread on the list, and I was like, great. when I went on the website, it had that and the description of Adipose, and then it had like Serendipity and a bunch of other scents that I really dislike. Now I think that, and they've done this before, that when they listed it on the website, they just had they combined 2 scents into the one description. So I don't actually think that it would be a really weird combo, I think, if that all came together. Maybe it's fantastic, and maybe someone generally did combine that with all of those other scents, but my suspicion is not. So I ordered it anyway, but I am hoping that it's the raspberry adipose zucchini bread that comes. So, because that's what I love. Pretty good throw on this one. Like I said, would repurchase with the raspberry whip. Sample from L3 in swimming pool, summer scoops, and cream soda. So I really enjoy summer scoops and cream soda. Swimming pool I could take or leave. But it wasn't too bad in this blend. This was a nice blend. The swimming pool just adds a touch of swimming pool, you know? Like but it's not like smack you over the face. Like this one, you do get the nice kind of strawberry ice creamish summer scoops type scent. So it's kind of more of a sweet kind of summery scent, but there's just this thing in the background, which is the swimming pool. Just makes it a little bit different. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it would be a repurchase. Yeah, I don't know if I liked it that much. It was a sort of medium throw as well. It probably could have done a bit better. Yeah. So the next thing, another loaf. Like I said, making pretty good progress on some of those. So this is strawberry pound cake, vanilla cookies, vanilla butterfudge, and vanilla bean noel. I have really enjoyed this loaf, but this time around, and this is something I kind of noticed this week with my melting, I found that pretty much all of the berry melting that I did this week, I was just a bit on, and I'm really sad about that, because I do, even though I find a lot of berry scents in Vendor Wax don't smell all that legit, I still enjoy them. Like, they still smell good. But this week, I feel like most of the berry stuff that I melted just smelled really, the artificial tones and the cloyingness of them really kind of got to me. And I mean, look, with this one, the L3 strawberry pound cake already smells kind of plasticky and fake to me. So it could just be that came out more than usual. Normally in this blend with the vanilla butter fudge and, you know, the vanilla bean, like all of the vanilla scents, I don't get bugged. Like it just smells really nice with the strawberries, but maybe this time not so much. But there were a few other strawberry scents that I really loved that I melted this week, like some strawberry pound cakes from Teddy Bees and stuff. And even though I liked them more than this, I still was just kind of like, I'm not really in the mood. So I might need to take a bit of a break from the berry bakery scents. Might just be this autumn, I'm just not feeling them. I definitely feel like I'm really wanting to melt like smokies and caramel apples and all that kind of stuff. So maybe I just need to transition myself for a second. So I love this normally. It throws really well. I still think it'll be a repurchase one day. Probably not a loaf, but some sort of quantity again. But maybe not for a little while. Another one that I bought in bulk from the restock this week. This is roasted coffee, pumpkin pecan waffles, vanilla butterfudge, and sugared shortbread. So this one is just straight up like a custom that I did. I haven't tried it from L3 before. Some of my customs were I got something from L3, loved it, got it redone. This one was not one of those. And it is just one of the most delicious bakery scents I've ever had from L3. In some ways, there's it is, in I suppose some ways, a family to this one. So the pumpkin pecan waffle sugar cookie royale espresso, but it is so much better. I love sugared shortbread as a blender. Roasted coffee, I enjoy that more than espresso, especially in a bakery blend. Again, it's not very coffee heavy in here. It just adds to the richness of the blend. Vanilla Butter Fudge is a great bakery blender too. Like, just delicious scent. So I'm a bit sad that I finished this. I bought, I think, 5 fluted tart packs. Because I know I'm not going to be ordering from L3 very much. And I just know I love this scent so much that I needed to have enough. So yeah, love it. Throw is medium in the lounge room. I will say this scent probably does better like up here in my office or the bedroom, so that's where I will probably keep it next time, but still repurchase a bunch of it because I just love it. I did this sample up here in the office. This is lemon blackberry. Today is October 3rd. This one really didn't throw very well. It was a slight kind of blackberry, very slightly. Today is October 3rd-ish, so, you know, Palo marshmallowy bakery scent, but not like smoky marshmallowy bakery scent. Yeah, it smells really good in bag, but it really just did not do much up here. And I think I've had samples in that scent before, and it didn't really perform well for me then either. So I don't know what that's about, but probably not something I would repurchase. Zucchini bread, Santa's on keto and lemon pound cake from L3. Love this one. I haven't really done much melting of lemon pound cake as an oil, but it does smell really good. And with the zucchini bread, like zucchini bread is just, zucchini bread has just been one of the constants since I started melting, like especially once autumn and winter comes around. I kind of dialed back on zucchini bread, I think a little bit when I fell in love with pumpkin pecan waffles, but I feel like this year I'm really back into wanting everything to have zucchini bread in it. The only thing I'd say with this blend is that it has never thrown strongly, like right from the start. The few times I melted it, couldn't smell a thing. In the last couple of times, I could smell it a bit, but still like light to medium. So I would not get this blend again, just because for some reason it does not throw. But that makes me really sad because, I mean, maybe I would get it again. Maybe it was just a dud pour. It does happen occasionally. I don't think we talk about that very much, but I have had just sometimes, whatever reason, L3 is a very high volume pourer and like wax creator. And like 99% of everything that I've got from L3 has been like high quality, well done, etc. But I have had a few things that just either just haven't been quite right and maybe haven't thrown as well. So, I would probably, because I really enjoyed that blend, I would probably try it again, maybe in a scoop or something, just to see if I could get better performance from it. Because with those oils, the zucchini bread in particular, I feel like it should have done better. Anyway, that's just things in my brain. I finished this scoop of Cotton Candy Mallow Fluff Salty Sierra Blue Spruce. So this was another one that was on the restock list. Some of these scents that I'm saying were on the restock list may still be in stock. So if you're interested in them, go check it out. Don't think it was in a scoop though, but I love this one. I love sweet salty Sierra scents, and the blue spruce just makes it even more interesting. Just this tree-like aspect in there just freshens it up, but it's still quite sweet and still quite salty. So I love it. Throws really well. I got more of it. Only 1 pack, but still more. I finished a lot this week, or maybe I've rambled a lot. Anyway. Yippee-Ki-Yay and Jessica Jones from Super Tarts. This is Ice Sugar Cookies, Pine Needles, Blackberry and Rain. I actually quite enjoyed this one this time. Previous times I've melted this, I wasn't quite sure how to feel about it. Like, it just felt very sweet. Like the blackberry with the ice sugar cookies, just, I don't know, it came across more sweet and fruity than I was expecting, but this time around, I just sort of thought about it like a Jessica Jones, which was just enhanced with a little bit of pine and a little bit of extra sweetness. And that worked for me. Like, yeah, it is definitely sweeter than Jessica Jones, and it is definitely, it definitely has a slight touch of pine. But honestly, it is, to me, it is still at heart just a Jessica Jones scent. So, yeah, enjoyed it. I don't know if I need to get it again. Very, very strong. Don't know if I need to get it again, but it was good. I melted all of this at once in my lounge room. So this was Tobacco Leaf and Amber from Kay. So this is Tobacco, Warm Honey, Citrus and Spice. I love this scent. I'm sad that I only had a clamshell. In hindsight, I probably should have got like a Kay cut bag of this scent because I really do love it. It was just because I was ordering so much from Kay, including a bunch of customs. She did a 20% off like July 4th, and so I placed a big order. I will probably do the same this year. If she does that sale again, I think I will probably do another, maybe not as big, but another Kay order, and I will probably get myself a bag of this one because it just smells so good. It's warm and it's sweet, and the spices just enrich the sweetness of it. It is so beautiful. Like, I haven't smelled anything else like it. Sort of medium to high throw. Do wish it performed a little bit better, but still definitely want more of that. It is an amazing scent. Ali from Super Tarts. So this one is ginger ale satsuma boysenberry. Love this. I love a good ginger ale blend. This one, I wouldn't say I can really tell what fruits are there. Just, you know, it's a bit sweet and citrusy. It's a bit whatever boysenberry is, I don't really know. I haven't loved boysenberry in other wax scents, but here it's fine. Just warm, sweet, fuzzy ginger ale vibes. Love that. Great throw. Definitely would get more of that one. Hayden Row Beach Pine. So this one is driftwood, sand, and scrub pine. I like this one. It's definitely a really strong, unique pine scent. It almost leans into like cleaning product pine territory, which is probably the only type of pine scent I don't like is when it smells like a cleaning product. But this one, I guess the driftwood and I don't know, there's elements in there that save it. So I do quite like this one. It is very strong. I would get it again. I don't need much though, like another clamshell maybe. Deck chair from Hayden Rose. This one is coconut teak, tonka, light florals, amber, and vanilla. So I'm melting this one. I did feel like I didn't love it last time, but I'm really enjoying it this time. I can't quite remember what rooms it's in. So I also have melting this one. So this is Tahitian Dream. Sorry, I did just knock a whole bunch of stuff off. So Tahitian Dream is Tahitian vanilla. I can't read what the next word is. Cedar amber. Anyway, they do smell different. They are different scents. They are not the same scent. But I'm having a hard time just walking through the house, or when I was before anyway, picking which room was melting which. Both my kitchen and my lounge room just have this really nice woody kind of beachy thing going on. Not like salty beachy, but just like, yeah, just that kind of light wooded sort of beachy scent. Maybe slight masculine notes, but they're not overly noticeable. And the scents it's really nice because they're strong, but without being like punchy or overwhelming. So both of these I think would be really nice to melt if you had guests over, because I feel like they would make your house just smell really... Hayden Rose scents tend to lean towards smelling like a really nice, like something that you would melt in a upper class, like upscale hotel lobby. And sometimes I don't think that works, because sometimes the bakery scents have like a kind of spa-like quality to them, and I don't love that. But I find that it really works for scents like this. So yeah, enjoyed them both. I think I would repurchase them both actually. They're really good. So not things I'd melt all the time though. Alright, so that's the empties. Now I'm on to the things that I melted for the first time and new combos and things like that. Again, I'm not talking about everything I melted for the week because I just found those videos were running too long for me. So if it's stuff that I'm like just working my way through, I will cover those things when I finish them basically. Honestly though, I feel like most of what I melted this week ended up being an emptier over here. So this video will probably run long, but it is what it is. Anyway. And this one's kind of cheating because this isn't the first time I've melted this scent, but it's the first time I melted from this loaf. So this is Tea Time Tarts, Haunted Hayride, Cider Lane, White Birch, Smoked Vanilla, Palo Santo Leaves. I have raved about this one a lot. So this is the type of scent I will melt the loaf and tell you when I'm done. Oh, her loaves just, her wax formula is just so amazing. It just cuts like butter with no microwaving or anything, no messiness. Anyway, this is just the epitome of absolute amazing autumn stuff. Everything in here, you can smell it all. Nothing kind of overwhelms. The cider lane doesn't take the soapy sort of smell that sometimes it can for me. It's woodsy, it's smoky, it's amazing. It throws well. I don't really know what's going on with Tea Time Tarts. I know they're returned, but I feel like not really, like they're not really back in the game. So I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to purchase that one again. So I've got the loaf. I'm happy I got a loaf when I got the opportunity to, because that is one of my absolute favourite scents. And that is enough wax to get me through this season and probably next year as well. So that is good. Villainous Wax 2 Knuckleheads. So this one is bay leaf, crushed berries, smoked tobaccos, ash and twigs. This one was nice. I don't think I was quite in the mood for it. And it is, I don't know how often I would be. It was the kind of scent, it was nice, and in theory it was a really good scent, but just maybe just not right for my nose. There's an almost sourness to it, but in some ways it's kind of a nice, like not an accidental sourness, but a, like, you know, it's like it was intended to be there. And it smells, I'm not doing words well tonight. Like, it just smells like it's part of the complexity of the blend, but maybe it's just rubbing me up the wrong way a little bit. But look, I liked it. I came in here, I was like, yeah, that's not bad. It threw well. I don't know if it's a repurchase. I might try it again another time and see how I feel about it. I've got this melting down in my bedroom at the moment. So this is Notorious from Savannah Blue, Pipe Smoke and Blackberry, and Saltwater Taffy. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's quite creamy. I don't know if that's the Saltwater Taffy. It's definitely fruity, so it's kind of creamy fruity, but it's got an interesting edge with the pipe smoke. When I ordered this one, I think I got my smokes mixed up, and I thought this had wood smoke, because the wood smoke oil that Savannah Blue has, particularly paired with sweet scents, is amazing. So I think I thought that's what I was getting, but then when it arrived, I was like, oh, it's pipe smoke. I think I just misread the list. So this would definitely be better with wood smoke, I think. The pipe smoke, I'm not sure. It's throwing quite strongly down in the bedroom, but probably not a repurchase. So it is, so I melted it. So Teddy Bees, it's Fall Y'all. So this week definitely felt like autumn or fall, however you want to call it. Next week is going to warm up a little bit before, in the lead up to Easter, but this week was right there, you know. So this is Marshmallow Fireside Sweet Cinnamon Orange Zest Leaves, Brown Sugar and Vanilla. So I liked this. I would say it wasn't like an absolute favorite of mine. What I really enjoyed about this one was the brown sugar and vanilla. So sometimes scents with like sweet, like cinnamon and orange zest and leaves, I just feel like I've had that combo a bunch of times from vendors and I just don't love it. And sometimes I can smell that side of this blend and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But then the vanilla and the brown sugar can just win anything over for me as far as I'm concerned. When I could smell those, so definitely when it had fully melted down, just the sweet creaminess that they gave really made this an enjoyable one for me. It was kind of odd though, I did find, and I don't know if it was something to do with the two warmers I use. Normally they wouldn't do this though. In my kitchen dining area, there's two on either side of, it's like a long kind of room, and so it's like a long room, and there's one here and there's one here. When I was in the kitchen, I felt like I smelt more of the, like, the kind of elements I didn't like so much. So the leaves, the cinnamon, the orange. And when I went down the dining side of the room, I smelled more of the mix with the brown sugar, and it could have been like one warmer was kind of pushing more in. So the one that's near the kitchen door might have been pushing more into the kitchen, and the warmer on the other side pushed more that way. Don't know. But yeah, there was definitely this weird thing where I liked the blend more on that side of the room than I did on that one. So anyway, I enjoyed it. I don't know if it'll be repurchased. It through medium to high. I decided with King Joffrey. So King Joffrey is Wedding Cake and Ceremonial Pie from Super Tarts. It's a blend I used to love. I used to melt it so often. It was one of my first loves from Super Tarts. I feel like I've made my peace with it. I feel like I'm kind of done, but I still have like half of this bag left. It is a really unique bakery scent in its own right, so I definitely recommend trying it. It's probably not everyone's cup of tea though. But now that I'm kind of like, I've got this half a bag, I really don't feel like melting it, I realized that I probably should start trying to blend it. Now with that said, I did try to blend it, and I really didn't smell much, and I don't know why, because this normally does pretty well. I used the blue sugar from Super Tarts for the first time, because Super Tarts blue sugar is, I think, the best. Like, it is my favourite blue sugar. I know it's all meant to be the same scent, but I swear it's different at different vendors. Like, you can tell it's roughly the same, but it smells, there's enough difference between them. And the Super Tarts one is just incredible. Same thing with pink sugar, by the way. Pink sugar differs depending on the supplier, I suppose, of the pink sugar. And so Super Tarts has a good pink sugar, but it's not my favourite. But they do have my favourite blue sugar. But with that said, I don't know, but this blend did not throw. So I don't know what happened. I did some other blue sugar bakeries, none of which I think I have to talk about here. They were all good, but this combo in the lounge room did not throw. So probably not repurchasing King Joffrey once I finish that bag, because like I said, I've enjoyed it. I've melted it a lot, but my run is done. The blue sugar, I need to play around with melting that a bit more to see what happens. I did another combo also with the Super Tarts blue sugar. And I don't know, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. So I ended up picking 4 blenders. I did fresh balsam, blue sugar, rain, and sage. So 4 scents in, I'm like trying to like hold them up. 4 scents. The combo was not bad. It didn't stand out as much as I was kind of hoping. Maybe just too much going on in it. I don't know. I think the sage and the fresh balsam definitely came out much more than the rain and the blue sugar. So it was kind of hard, like dividing up little clamshell pieces into tiny little, like into quarters. So I think that it was a bit hard because I probably would have dialed up the rain, but it was just too hard to do that with 4 cents in a blend. And I don't think I detected the blue sugar. So I need to try this in something else, because for 2 blends I did this week, didn't really smell it very well, but it smells really strong in the clam. So anyway, probably not a combo I need to do again. I keep dropping clams. I do think I need to do some more Super Tarts rain melting. I have plenty of clams to do it. I stocked up. I need to make sure I'm using up, particularly the stuff from Super Tarts that I bought backups of. I need to make sure I'm using it. Hayden Row Bye Bye Summer. So this is Autumn Air Sunlight Burning Leaves. Yeah, this one is really nice, and I definitely think that this week was the right week to melt it. Like when I bought this one, I was like, Bye Bye Summer, the scent notes. I'm definitely going to want to melt that the first week that autumn really kicks in, and that was probably this week. That said, when it was melting, it smelled so familiar. I swear, whatever oils combo she's using in this, I've had before. I couldn't tell you what. It's really nice. It definitely has like a leaves tint. It's definitely got like a freshness. It almost smells like it has something like Super Tarts Rain. Like, not rain-like, but just that same, like, it's kind of earthy, but it's not. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, but it smelled so familiar. But still, I really enjoyed it. It threw very strongly. I don't think I've ever had I think I've had 1 scent from Hayden Row that didn't throw. Everything else is thrown. I don't know. I'll melt it again and I'll see how I feel. Right now, it doesn't feel like a must-have, but who knows. Another combo that I did to get some Tonka and Oud melting happening. So I did 2 things with this clamshell of Tonka and Oud. One, I melted 1 cube of it up here in my office. And then in my kitchen, I combined it with pine cones and earthen oak. So I haven't, other than the Tonka and Oud that I melted in the office, I actually haven't done anything with these scents like separately. So it's kind of hard for me to comment on each of the oils. So Tonka and Oud, like I said before, love, clean, woody, amazing. The earthen oak, yeah, I mean, it smells kind of earthy. It also has a slight clean thing going on in it. Like, so I feel like it actually, I feel like it pairs well with the Tonka and Oud. Like, I feel like they have some similar elements to them. Pine cones is really very pine-y and almost in a cleaning products kind of place. So pine cones probably of the 3 the less the oil that I'm less into. But that said, I really enjoyed that combo. It was just a really beautiful earthy take on Tonka and Oud. It smelled quite fresh, and I feel like it just had some slight, like the pine cones just kind of was a sort of slightly pine-ish element in there without being too over the top. So I really enjoyed that combo. I would probably do it again. It threw medium to high. It was a really nice take on Tonka and Oud. And I think I need to play around a bit more around with that earthen oak. Maybe try melting it on its own, because I think that earthen oak is probably a bit of a sleeper. I haven't heard people talk about it, but I think that one's going to be a really nice one for blending. I did K rustic woods and rum, sandalwood, rum, tobacco and spice. Didn't love it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know whether it's the rum or what, but I think it's the tobacco. I normally like tobacco, but this smells very tobacco. Like, it does. It smells, but in kind of an unpleasant way. Like almost like too realistic and not like just cigarette-ish. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that one, but I didn't really enjoy it. It threw pretty well, but I don't think I would get it again. And then the last scent that I have this week, which I have melted before, but this was the first time I melted this clam, Paranormal. So this is mahogany teak with berries tobacco leaf. I adore this one of my favorites from Super Tarts. It's got this really sharp, it's almost cranberry-like in quality. Like, it's very tart, but very slightly sweet. Just a really beautiful tart berry scent. And then with the woods, I feel like this one has, because it's been sitting for a while, I've had it, as I bought a few clams of it. So November 21. I feel like with cure time, it's gotten a lot sharper. But I'm not mad about that. And it was super strong. This one is incredibly strong. So I love Paranormal. It will always be a repurchase for me. That is it. That is everything that I finished and everything that I started this week. So I hope you're all doing really well, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.